Hey everyone, Hannah here and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be talking about our June 2021 finance update. May definitely was a whirlwind of emotions and I learned a lot about myself over the last month. I decided that working 55 plus hours a week was not going to be working out for me long term as it was taking a big toll on me both mentally and physically. So I decided to take a break from my second job in order to discover myself a little bit more and find out what I want to do later on in life. So far, this has been extremely enjoyable, and I have enjoyed it so much that I am considering doing this long term. But I want to ensure that I've given myself enough time to properly weigh out the pros and cons of only working one job before I make a final decision on anything. As mentioned in my last video, we did pull out all of our money out of Robinhood and redistribute that among different things such as our Roth IRA through M1 Finance and different budget categories like our wedding. I definitely do not regret this at all, as it is exactly what we needed to push us forward and make us remember what is truly important. Sometimes I get so wrapped up in watching these numbers grow every single month and thinking about how long we have until financial independence that I forget to enjoy the journey along the way. Life is all about enjoying every single day of it, and if you focus too much on the sprint, sometimes you will wear yourself out before you ever get to the end of the race. So without further ado, let's get into the new totals. First up, we have our Roth IRA through M1 Finance. This has exploded over the last month, mostly thanks to that money that we pulled out of Robinhood, and it has grown to $6,045.89. Next up, we have our other Roth IRA under Sage's name through TD Ameritrade. This one does not have as much money in it, and it is an extremely stable ETFs, so I don't expect this one to change much over time, but it did grow a little bit over the last month. The TD Ameritrade account has grown to $494.29. Next, moving on to Coinbase. I decided in early May that I wanted to sell a lot of our cryptocurrency allocations as I felt that they were a little overvalued and I thought we could buy back at a lower price. Fortunately, that ended up working out very well for us, and we continued to buy the dip as it continued to dip and dip and dip. Now we have redistributed our Coinbase allocations and we have more Ethereum than we do Bitcoin. I do personally believe that Ethereum will have more growth long term, and so that's why we are more invested in Ethereum than Bitcoin at this time. Anyway, our Coinbase account has grown to $2,156.20. Next up, we have my First Jobs 401k. This has definitely grown quite a bit over the last month. The First Jobs 401k has grown to $3,236.73. And finally, my Second Jobs 401k. During this last month, this account has grown to $2,570.81. So even without Robinhood and Webull, we still managed to keep our investments fairly high over the last month. I am very happy with where we are at now, and I think it's a proper reflection of what we can truly afford to put into the markets at this time. The total balance for all of our accounts combined is $14,603.92. Even though we were at $20,000 in the beginning of May, I do believe that $14,000 is still an amazing achievement for us, considering that we just started investing a little over a year ago. It just goes to show that staying consistent and believing in the stocks that you are invested in is truly the correct path to financial security. Next, we are going to be going over our financial goals from the month of May and see how we did. The first goal of May was to have our retirement category be larger than our But I Want It category. This was definitely a success this month, although a lot of that was bolstered from us pulling our money from Robinhood. But regardless, we did put more money into our retirement accounts than we did put into things that we just wanted, and I'm pretty proud of that. Our second goal was to limit our eating out budget to $100, and this one we unfortunately did not meet. Limiting eating out is something that's very hard for us to do. Well, let's be honest, it's hard for me to do. Sage is perfectly fine with not eating it out at all the entire month, but it is a little bit harder for me to do. But we did get pretty close to that $100 mark, at least as close as I think was reasonable for us over the last month. And last up, we have our goals for the month of June. Our second goal is to maintain a consistent amount of investing. I have found that over the past few months, I have gotten really deep into investing, but not in a healthy way. I have borrowed a lot from a lot of categories throughout our budget multiple times, and it doesn't seem to be stopping. So I figured a good way to control myself is to set an exact amount of money that I am allowed to invest every single week. If I feel like I can increase that money, that's great, but I am only allowed that exact set amount of money for the next month, so that way I can see how well that works. So I'm restricting myself to $40 worth of investments every single week. And last up, we want to get rid of one subscription. We decided that we have way too many subscriptions in our subscription category, and we want to get rid of at least one over the next month. Next, taking a look at our YNAB budget, beginning with our net worth. As you can see, in January we had a very low net worth, but over the past few months it has managed to climb up extremely high. I totally expected May and June to dip down even farther due to us taking all that money out of Robinhood, but it just goes to show that if you prioritize your money for things that you truly want, your net worth will become exactly what you want it to be. I am so glad that our net worth is now over $18,000, and I cannot wait to break that $20,000 net worth milestone. Now taking a look at our spending totals for the month of May, we can see that retirement investments had the largest allocation, which I am extremely proud about. Unfortunately, the next highest one is the But I Want It category, which I am not so pleased with. We did decide to buy tickets to a festival in July in Ohio, and cancel our tickets to a festival that was in September in New York. Because of this, our net amount of money we were going to spend on concerts was decreased, but we also had to find accommodations once we got there, and so that increased our budget a little bit for concerts for this month. So because of that, along with also not controlling myself when eating out, our But I Want It category was at $1,800 this month. The rest of the budget I am pretty happy with, and I think that we did pretty well over the last month, all things considered, especially since I was taking a break from my second job, and I wanted to just celebrate a little bit, having a little bit of extra time to spend with Sage. So that does it for today's video on our June 2021 finance update. I am very happy with where we have come over the last few months, and I truly believe that we are thinking more about our happiness instead of just the numbers every single day. I would definitely love to hear about how your portfolio has been changing and adapting over the last few months in the comments section below. It's always great to hear from all of you about how your portfolio is changing. If you thoroughly enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, as that really helps my channel grow and spread this video out to more people. And if you enjoy seeing my face every single week, make sure you hit the subscription button and notification bells, that way you are notified every single time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.